Hey guys, okay, so I decided to do a makeup tutorial because I haven't done one in a really long time, and I got a request recently. It was like a collage of pictures of pretty much black smoky eyes, and I don't ever wear black smoky eyes. Sometimes I just felt like it was a little bit too hard because it can really, if you don't do it right, you can look like you have a black eye. So I finally incorporated some techniques to still wear a black smoky eye but not close up your eyes, especially for Asian eyes. Even though my eyes aren't the stereotypical Asian eyes, they'll still close up and look weird if there's too much black. So I did it in a way to, it's still extremely dark, but still brightens up my eyes. So I'll stop talking. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye! Okay, so what I did first was fill in my eyebrow. I always recommend to just have your eyebrows nice and groomed before any kind of eyeshadow application, but especially for this, just because it's such a dark, kind of messy, smoky look that you want it to look groomed or it just looks really messy. So I'm going to prime my eyelid with Urban Decay Primer Potion. And then I'm going to apply my NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Black Bean, or you can just use a creamy kind of eyeliner. So this is just a black pencil stick. And all I do is just line my eye. I don't fill it in just because it's going to be way too dark. It's just kind of like a thick, messy line like that, kind of like eyeliner. And then you're going to take your finger and you're going to blend it upwards. So it's just going to look like that. It's starting to look kind of gray, but it'll still just intensify the black. And I'm just going a bit above my my crease. And I'm going to take a light brown color. I'm using Soft Brown. It's right here by MAC. And it's just a matte brown that's really light. It's going to be our transitioning color. Just use anything a couple shades darker than your skin tone. And I'm just popping that into the crease. And it just gives it a nice gradient fade. This color you're going to kind of want to build up. You can also apply some afterwards. If you feel it's a little bit too, I don't know what the word is, like smudgy, like it's not blending on properly, take a fluffier brush and kind of like a skin tone color, or you can just use your face powder and just apply it from the crease up to the brow bone. I should have done this before, but I forgot. And this will just make blending a lot easier. And take more of that brown color and just pop it in. You can also warm it up more. If you don't want everything to look so neutral, like black and grays, take a warmer color. So right here is like Texture or like Saddle. That has more of like an orange brown to it. And then you can always just add more later. So you're going to want a black color. The finish is up to you. You can use a matte black, you can use a shimmery one. I'm going to use a shimmery one. This is from the Makeup Beauty on the Go kit, the smoky one, and I'm using it using Paint It Black. It's a really pigmented black color, so I'm taking the SS239 and you're gonna honestly dab it in like once and then like tap off the excess. And I'm gonna apply it straight to my lash line, so I'm gonna put the brush upside down and just apply it onto my lash line. And I'm only gonna focus it on the outer 2/3, and then you're just gonna build it upwards. When you just apply the black color all over the lid, it sometimes can be too much. So I like applying bit by bit, always building from the lash line, because that's where I want the darkest, and then just blending upwards. So you're not going to go past the crease, and I'm not really filling in the inner corner. You can blend it, you're going to blend it into the inner corner, but not actually pat it on there and make it really dark. I'm going to go back with my crease color. And I'm just kind of mixing up the two just to warm it up a little bit more. And you're going to put it back in. And this just blends out the black. And don't worry if you blend it up too close to the brow bone, you can always correct that afterwards. You just want to make sure you get everything blended and really smoky looking. And for the inner corner color, you can either leave it like this, or you can apply a shadow in there. So when leaving that open, it doesn't make your eyes look like too overly dark and black-eyed looking. So I'm just going to take the charcoal color in this quad. It's called You Got the Silver. It's like a silvery charcoal color, and I'm just going to use the same SS239 brush. Take a little bit of it and just dab it into the inner corner. I'm not making this color really opaque. I'm just kind of blending it into the black. And I'm just strictly keeping it on like half of my eye. And then you just blend that into the inner corner to brighten up your eye a little bit. Just like that. I'm gonna take my eyeliner pencil, anyone you like, and I'm gonna fill in my waterline, which I don't always do, but this is how I do it so it doesn't close up my eye. I fill it in from the outer corner, and I stop about 2/3 in. I stop where I kind of stop the black color, because once I put any dark colors on the inner corner, it starts to bring my eyes together and like close it up. Oops. See, it's not that noticeable, but it does darken it up a little bit. And I'm going to go back with that black color and a pencil brush. This is just the SS219. Take a little bit of the black color and apply it close to the liner, more focusing on the outer corner. And you just kind of buff that out. And then connect it upwards towards the shadow. You can also take a little bit of the brown color you put in your crease and also buff that underneath. That just smokes it out a little bit better. And I'm also just taking some of the silver and just popping it underneath just to brighten up my eyes. You don't want too much, so dab off if it's too any extra. Like that's just a little bit too silver. And I'm just going back with the the shader brush, just to blend out that silver because I feel like it's a little bit too silver. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the SS252 and take whatever you like to highlight your brow bone. I usually take Blanc type, which is a matte eyeshadow, and apply it under the entire brow. This cleans up the dark colors and you kind of want to blend it down a little bit. Then I take Shroom, which is a shimmery beige color, and I just apply it underneath the highest arch and then blend it outwards. And then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush again and just blend in between the two lines just to make sure it's not divided. Okay, so my camera kind of shut off on me when I was putting on my liner, so I just put liquid liner on the top. I kind of like doing that even with a really dark smoky eye just because it cleans up the look. And then I applied my mascara. I decided to take my pencil brush and I'm going to take more of the black. And I'm going to kind of blend it on top of the liquid liner because I thought the lid didn't look dark enough. So I'm kind of smoking up the liner. Okay, so excuse the hair, I'm going to be doing a tutorial, so I'm just going to leave me like this. And I kind of don't really want to wear a lot of blush, I'm just going to emphasize on some other stuff. I'm using my favorite highlighter, which is Refined MSF. And I'm just using the SS188. And I'm just going to dab that on the top of my cheekbones. And then just as looks like contour and just to warm up my face, I'm using my favorite bronzer, which is Comfort MSF with the SS 109. And I'm just placing that into the hollows of my cheeks. This really just warms up my face and also sculpts it. So I just do the 3B technique for this. And for lips, I'm just wearing Cherish lipstick by MAC. It's a pretty neutral color, but it has more of like a warm undertone to it. So it looks great on medium skin tones, and it also doesn't like wash out my face. And I'm not going to put any gloss over it because I just want to keep that kind of sheen that it has to it. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and thanks for watching. Bye!